In the early 2000s, a paleoanthropologist, Dr. Jeffrey McKee, taught a controversial scientific hypothesis at Ohio State University. Professor McKee lectured his students about a coupling between human population growth and biodiversity loss. He claimed there was an abundance of research on the topic. Only one problem: there was not. McKee set out to close the gap by writing a book called Sparing Nature. Sparing Nature promptly turned into the stuff of nightmares. Humans were unintentionally extinguishing life on Earth. And the circumstances were only getting worse. Sparing Nature focused on three main arguments. First, the success of the genus Homo has been a significant variable in the reduction of evenness and richness at the genetic, species, and ecosystem levels. Technical models show early humans, including ergaster, dispersing out of Africa and overexploiting non-native ecosystems. A pattern emerges: first Eurasia, then Australia, finally the Americas. But these Pleistocene epoch models are limited due to data uncertainty and heuristics. And how do we explain Africa, our native ecosystem, seemingly teeming with an abundance of life? Here's a little-known fact. Over the last 1 million years, 26 large African mammals have disappeared from the fossil record. McKee's second argument is disheartening to our subjective minds. The human population has surpassed the biosphere's carrying capacity, and like any other problematic species, it requires management. Not all populations are equivalent. The average American uses 6 times as many global hectares as a citizen of India. The salient idea in Sparing Nature is a simple truth. The enormous amount of space required for our food production is driving the reduction of biological diversity. Only 5% of Earth's surface is unaltered biologically productive land. Over the past 5 decades, the 1,000-fold increase in global trade has allowed wealthy nations to conserve their natural resources at the expense of low-income nations. The final argument in Sparing Nature is that biodiversity is critical to human prosperity. Biodiversity's positive impact on ecosystem function has been well documented since the turn of the millennium. Every day, millions of species go to work. The biosphere functions like a robust economy, providing our species with provisioning, regulating, and cultural services. Biodiversity maintains our fertile soils, protects us from extreme weather, and enhances our mental health. All humans have an unbreakable connection with nature. Biophilia. We can feel it deep inside because we're from nature. And someday soon, we'll return. Sparing Nature was written almost 20 years ago, and a lot has changed. McKee's arguments are more relevant than ever. Scientists from around the world have rallied behind messengers like McKee. Just as we look at humans from the 18th century as the ones who ushered in the Industrial Revolution, 200 years from now, humans will look back at us as the ones who ushered in the Sustainable Revolution. But the hardest battles won't be fought by us. They'll be fought by our children and their children. All we can do is give them the knowledge and resources to make the best decisions for themselves. Future generations will be better than us, because the revolution has already begun.